and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and today's video is going to be about my 2021 travel art kit. If you are interested in anything that I show in the video today, I will leave links for them in the description below for you to check out. I made this travel kit with the hopes of getting outside and painting more, even if it's just my backyard, but it's nice to have all my supplies in a small case like this. This is small enough to fit in your bag or book bag or purse. Here is my cell phone for comparison. So it's not much taller than a cell phone. It is pretty thick just because I have a lot packed in here. You obviously don't need to pack this much, but I also really enjoy seeing what other people have in their art travel kit. So let's get right into the video. So to start out, this is the case I am using. It is a home cube case. It was one that I received as a gift. And I got quite a bit of stuff in here that I jam-packed. So over here we have a zippered mesh pouch and a Velcro pouch that I'm not using because I have so much stuff packed on over here. To start, this is a watercolor travel brush set. And it is a cheap set, but I love it so much. And if you guys are looking for a cheaper travel brush set, then I definitely would check this out. Again, I will leave it linked below. It comes in this fake leather pouch that you open up and the brushes are inside. You get 3 of them. So here are the 3 brushes and you can pull them out and then flip them around and then they go back into the tube as a handle. So this watercolor travel brush set comes with a size 4, 8, and 12. It is made with high quality Kolinsky sable hair, and that means that it's made with natural hair, so it will hold quite a bit of water in the brushes as well as come to a fine point tip when they are wet. They also have holes. I don't know if you can see, there's holes in the bottom of the tubes. Therefore, it allows air in for the brushes to dry and they won't get moldy. I really enjoy using these watercolor brushes. Even when I'm not out and about, I just use them in my studio when I'm painting because I enjoy them so much. So next in this pouch is this little flap that is attached and it has little loops to put in pens and tools. I have 2 Pigra-Microns. I have a 005 and a 05, so that way I have a really small tip and then I have a slightly bigger tip. And these are waterproof and fade-proof markers by Sakura. I have a whole set of these, but I chose the smallest and then the largest of the set to carry with me. Next, I have a Pentel Pocket Brush Pen, and I'm sure you've seen these before in many Inktober videos. As stated in the name, it has a brush tip. You also get quite a variety of lines with this pen, and it has a refillable cartridge with waterproof ink, and the ink is very dark. I have 2 pencils here just because one pencil was really loose inside the flap and would move around too much, so I added an extra one. These are Dixon Ticonderoga pencils. This might sound silly, but these are like my favorite pencil. I do think the quality of pencils can vary and the erasers are really soft. So these are just some of my favorite pencils when sketching. I have a white Jelly Roll gel pen, and this is for adding white highlights. On the other side of the flap, I have this little watercolor sketchbook. I have a video on my channel how I made this little sketchbook, and I will link it in the corner above. It has 32 pages in it, which is perfect for like a monthly challenge. So if you do have a small watercolor sketchbook or just a plain sketchbook, you can try to fit it in your bag. Hopefully with something as small as this little watercolor sketchbook would encourage me or you to do some painting, even if it's something that takes you like 5-10 minutes. It's better to do something than nothing, and I have to keep remembering that. Something else that I carry that might not be needed is this mini mister that you can fill with water and then spray onto your paints to wet them. It could also serve as a little water container if I was somewhere where I couldn't find any water for my watercolors. I have a little natural sea sponge that I sometimes use for texture in my watercolor paintings. You can just dip this into the paint and then onto your painting, and it gives a variety of random texture if that's something you were interested in. So up top here, I have a pencil sharpener along with an eraser. I got this in a pack of 2 from my local dollar store, and I thought it was perfect because it can keep the shavings all contained rather than just carrying a little sharpener on its own, and it does have an eraser, and I can empty the shavings from the bottom if it ever gets too full. I have a high polymer Pentel eraser. These are my favorite erasers, and this is probably not really necessary since I have an eraser in here, which is, I think, also a white polymer eraser, but it doesn't hurt to have an extra eraser. Over here on the side, I have 2 more brush pens. This is a Pentel Aquash brush, and this only carries water. It is, I believe, a medium tip. So you could use this directly with your watercolors. If you weren't able to get access to water, this is a good solution to either carry water or just use it straight from the brush. I personally don't like painting directly with these as much just because the water control can be inconsistent and sometimes hard, but it is fun to play with and can definitely help you out in a pinch if you don't have any water. Then we have a Pentel brush pen, which is filled with medium black ink, and this was pre-filled. However, you can also fill your own Pentel brushes with your own ink, and you can do different ratios of ink, meaning you can water some down so it's lighter gray or have them very dark. This is also a medium point. I think you can get them in smaller or larger sizes if you are interested. Then here is the star of the show. This is the Portable Painter Watercolor Travel Palette. This is another really great purchase off Amazon that I'm so happy with. So how this works, if you've never seen one before, is this little silver clip here holds the 2 sides together. So you slide that off, and then you pull the 2 sides apart. And they have little hooks on either side that slide into the palette on the sides of it. And then this can set on your leg or your lap or even on the ground if you're painting outside. So here's the inside of the palette. You have a small set of mixing wells on this side, a large 3 well set on this side. These are 12 half pans that are removable if you are interested in taking them out or replacing them. I have a whole video on unboxing this palette and setting it up, which I will link in the corner above. I have my Mission Gold watercolors in here, and it does come with its own travel brush, which is very tiny. So you can pull apart the other side, and it has another tiny brush, and this is really, really tiny, which would be great for details. And then also these containers on the side, you could fill these each with water, so that way you have a clean water cup and a dirty water cup. Or you could put water in one side and extra brushes, pens, or tools in the other. And another great thing about these side containers, which I don't know if you can see on the video, but there is little divots on the edges of them, so that way it easily holds a brush without rolling away. So you can either use this rubber band that comes with the portable painter to hold the clip when you have the set open so you don't lose it, or if you have both sides of the well filled with water while you are painting, the rubber band can also be used to help hold some tools. This is such a great little versatile watercolor travel palette. I definitely recommend it to anyone interested in a smaller kit to take with you. So last is this blue paper towel. I love these blue paper towels and definitely recommend them for people who do watercolors because one single towel can last you a really long time. It's very thick, almost like a rag rather than a paper towel that can shred easily. These are called blue paper towels or sometimes shop rags because sometimes car garages use them to wipe up grease and thicker liquids. So one roll of this will last you probably forever with your watercolor paints because you can keep reusing it. So that is everything that I have in my watercolor travel art kit. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe found a new tool or supply that you didn't know about. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite tool or supply is in your art kit. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye!